Sometimes a dose of honesty is just the medicine they need. Am I the asshole for telling my daughter it's her fault? Her daughter acts like an ungrateful brat. I, a 63-year-old woman, have a daughter Isabel who is 35 and has a 10-year-old daughter Lily. I love Lily dearly, but lately her behavior has become almost unbearable. She acts entitled, ungrateful, and downright rude, especially when people try to do something nice for her. I've held my tongue for as long as I could, but after a particularly embarrassing incident, I finally told Isabel that Lily's behavior is her fault, that she's raising an ungrateful brat. Here are 5 examples of Lily's behavior that led me to this point. For Lily's 10th birthday, Isabel and I worked hard to throw her a party. We had everything Lily said she wanted: a unicorn cake, games, decorations, and her favorite foods. But when she opened her presents, she barely glanced at them and then loudly declared, "Is that all?" Isabel laughed it off, saying Lily was just being honest, but I was mortified. The other kids and their parents looked uncomfortable, and I could see the hurt on the faces of those who had put thought into their gifts. Last Christmas, Lily had a list of specific toys she wanted. Isabel made sure to get every single thing on that list, plus more. But when Lily unwrapped a dollhouse from her aunt that wasn't the exact model she'd asked for, she threw a fit. She screamed that it was the wrong one and stormed off to her room, leaving everyone in stunned silence. Isabel followed her and spent an hour trying to calm her down instead of addressing her behavior. My husband, Lily's grandfather, took Lily out for a special day: a movie, lunch, and ice cream. When he brought her home, I asked how it went. He looked defeated and told me that Lily had complained the entire time. The movie wasn't what she wanted to see, the restaurant didn't have her favorite dish, and the ice cream was too melty. She didn't thank him once, and when he dropped her off, she just ran to her room without so much as a goodbye. Isabel's best friend, Sarah, who has known Lily since she was born, brought her a handmade blanket for her birthday. Sarah had spent weeks knitting it in Lily's favorite colors. When she gave it to her, Lily barely looked at it and tossed it aside, saying she already had blankets and didn't need another one. Sarah was visibly hurt, but Isabel just shrugged it off, saying, "Kids can be brutally honest." Last summer, I took Lily to the zoo as a treat. We had a great time until she saw a stuffed animal in the gift shop that she wanted. I told her she could pick one thing, and she chose a huge stuffed tiger that cost a small fortune. When I suggested a smaller, more affordable toy, she crossed her arms and refused to leave the store. She even told me, "If you don't get me this one, I won't like you anymore." I ended up buying it just to avoid a scene, but I felt awful doing it. After the zoo incident, I finally confronted Isabel. I told her that Lily's behavior was unacceptable and that it was her responsibility to teach her how to be grateful and respectful. Isabel got defensive, saying that kids are just like that these days and that I was being too hard on her. She even accused me of being out of touch and not understanding modern parenting. But I couldn't take it anymore. I told her straight out that she was raising Lily to be an ungrateful brat, and that if she didn't start setting boundaries and teaching her daughter some manners, it was only going to get worse. Isabel was furious. She said I had no right to criticize her parenting and that I was the one who was being rude. She stormed out with Lily, and we haven't spoken much since. Now I'm wondering if I went too far. Maybe I should have been more gentle, but I feel like someone needed to say it before Lily's behavior gets even worse. Was I wrong for telling my daughter that it's her fault her child acts like an ungrateful brat?